AskReddit by Sabuzo. What are the biggest lies Hollywood made you believe? If you hit someone on the head, they fall asleep immediately and wake up a few hours later with no ill effects. Especially if you hit someone in a surprising way on the back of the head. It's such an overly used trope. I'd love to see just one movie when someone is hit, and they said ow, and then the other characters are surprised someone isn't knocked out, and the guy's like, why would you think that? That too many women sleep with a lacy bra on. Women in movies wake up in those all the effing time. Darn things are uncomfortable as hell. Young me thought the lacy bra thing was essential to a woman's wardrobe. My mother had run off when I was 10, so I didn't know any better. A lot of Hollywood movies have guys solving problems with guns and hiding behind sheet metal, drywall and other flimsy things. Until that big bank shootout in LA, I had no idea that high velocity rounds go right through cars, walls, you name it. I remember that. Wasn't it not long after the movie Heat came out when those body armor plus fully automatic rifle guys had a shootout with the cops after a botched bank robbery? The cops' bullets were bouncing off their body armor. That was wild. I remember when Cops and Nick, back in late 90s, had a shoot either outside or after bursting into an apartment building, and their special 9mm rounds flew through multiple floors of the complex. People 2 stories up and multiple units over had bullet holes in their walls. Shit's crazy how a car can't really stop bullets like we're led to believe in so many movies, but shove some paper phone books into the car doors, and unless you get shot at by a .50 calories, you're significantly more protected, if my Mythbusters recollection is correct. I wish I paid more attention in physics classes. Everyone in rom-coms are rich, have an amazing job, a spectacular apartment, and some mind-blowing sexual acrobatics tucked away for that special moment. Yay, especially early to mid-2000 movies where everyone in a rom-com works at some ambiguous internet startup and get to hang out at lunch, take the rest of the day off and head back to their insanely nice apartment. The guy who follows you everywhere after you tell him to go away is Mr. Right. This, in real life, a restraining order would have been put in place real quick. Fast car, shark tooth necklace and a pop collar will get me babes. No bruh, but I may get you, family. https://yahoo.be/ikewook7wfo16q?mark siukhh9ue-uczque That there is a job for everyone for which they are perfectly suited, a calling you might say. Took a few jobs to realize a job is just a paycheck unless you are exceptionally lucky. Families provide a full breakfast every day that no one eats. Everything explodes in a big fireball, no matter if it's a train, truck, car, hand grenade, etc. Even the goddamn horse-drawn wagon in Van Helsing. That people generally store their car keys inside their cars. You mean everyone doesn't store their car keys above the sun visor? The height of the actors. I totally randomly learned that Woody Harrelson is like 5'9" the other day. I don't even follow him or anything, but for some reason it just blew my mind. You can get shot with a gun or arrow or slashed with a sword or stabbed with a knife and you can still get up and win a fight. Or be in a car that rolled over multiple times, without a seatbelt, and you're still rocky eye. For me it's that love will find you regardless of where you are. You don't have to try at all, it will simply come to you and you'll live happily ever after. I believed in this for so long that I let so many potential lovers just go because I thought they would come back if they really liked me. We watched different movies. Hollywood told me to stalk them and convince myself their current partner is evil and I need to save them, currently wearing an ankle monitor for violating too many restraining orders. Put a suppressor on a gun and it becomes whisper quiet. In reality, the action of a pistol is still loud enough to draw attention to you. There's no chance of having a shootout in a crowded place and no one noticing. Plus you still have the supersonic crack of the bullet, unless you are using subsonic rounds. Lasers make sound. In fairness, having your space rifle sound like an air conditioner is deeply uncool. That a roadrunner is as big as a coyote, and that they are both about 4-6 inches tall standing up. Capital I. I moved to Texas 5 years ago, and only then found out that coyotes are about the size of a juvenile Labrador, and roadrunners are only like a foot tall, if that. Also, neither of them had any dynamite or catapults. Well, as to dynamics and catapults, inflation has really risen the cost of Acme products since the 60s, and your average roadrunner and coyote were priced out. Injury recovery times. I didn't heal that fast when I was a young man, much less the old geezer I am today. I'm looking at you, Deadwood. There are some resilient characters there in the Black Hills. You're supposed to look like that. That radioactive material is green. That dating was so easy. It's so difficult. I will die in quicksand or eaten by piranhas. Only if the rabid dog doesn't get you first. Scots wore blue paint and kilts during the 13th century. And they won their freedom forever. If we get into a fight in an alley, I'll toss you into a couple of empty galvanized metal garbage cans, brand new, and then you can toss me into a pile of empty cardboard boxes. Car tires squeal on dirt roads. Motorcycles have dozens of gears, and revolvers have dozens of bullets. So do double-barreled shotguns. You can fire a submachine gun on full auto at arm's length, and the barrel won't climb an inch. That police draw chalk outlines of dead bodies. That my crush would eventually realize I was beautiful on the inside, even though I was a nerd. All I needed was a haircut and to pretend I was dumb.